Hey, it's Kathy Deeks, and I haven't had much luck in recording my presentations for a couple of classes that I have here while showing PowerPoints or whatnot, but I'll give this a shot. This would be my concept map for hormonal and metabolic dysfunction for pathophysiology, Module 7. I chose to do the um, highlighting by um, the six disorders that we were to consider at the end of the chapter. And in the middle is where I wrote the different uh, common or frequent things within these disorders. And what I ended up doing is just first I was just going to draw an arrow from each disorder to these different points, but then I realized, you know what, it's really just all interrelated. And this is what I got. I would really like to see how some of the other students that are more experienced in drawing these maps did it. This is what made sense to me. I did things in different colors, but they are all interrelated by these 9 different not functions, they're traits, I guess. Traits. All right, so we have syndrome of inappropriate antidiuretic hormone secretion. And that's, of course, too much of the antidiuretic hormone. I put the hormones in the middle between this one and diabetes insipidus. So we have too much of the antidiuretic hormone being secreted in this situation, but for diabetes insipidus, we have too little. So they're, kind of opposite there, in that the inappropriate ADH secretion, where there's too much, that leads to water retention and like no urine. Whereas diabetes insipidus, and I had a friend's sister who died from this, and I helped her. She is a very, very experienced nurse, and I wasn't helping her diagnose, but confirming some of the symptoms that we were seeing with this poor person who ended up dying. This is too little of the antidiuretic hormone, and so there's no water retention and way too much urine, severe dehydration. So those are connected to the antidiuretic hormone, but it has all these 9 traits, or the majority of them. For hypothyroidism and hyper and hypothyroidism, similar connection here. It's the thyroid hormone, where there's too much secreted leading to hyper, or too little leading to hypo. I've seen both of these disorders. I think that providers have been confused. At least the patients, that would be the better way to say it. The patients are confused on what exactly they have. There's no specialists in the cities that I've lived in. Can't keep an endocrinologist here. So it's family practice or internal medicine docs or mid-levels that are overseeing this. And, I know they get on the right medication, but I think there's more that we should be doing to help these people. So we've got thyroid hormone here. The hyper leads to an increase in metabolism and heat and glucose and, oxygen consumption, weight loss. And the hypo, there's acquired or there's congenital. And this would be kind of some of the opposite stuff: weight gain, cold intolerance, poor or impaired growth. And so an iodine deficiency can be related to the cause of this. Okay, and then on the other side I have Cushing's syndrome, and that's related adrenocortical thyroid hormone. That's Addison's disease, excuse me. And that one we have the too little being secreted. It could be a result of surgery, or it also could be, there could be too much being secreted, which kind of has that feedback loop, and that it turns itself around then and then leads to too little. So we have, problems with glucocorticoids, androgens, mineral corticoids. It could be an effect of autoimmunity or tumors. And then the adrenal hormone for Cushing's syndrome, that could be caused from tumors, corticosteroid use, too much is being secreted. And so we have elevated glucoses, depleted immunity, elevated trunk obesity, moon face, buffalo hump, muscle wasting, osteoporosis. So, I want to be an endocrinologist, and I'll have to really, really, really get a much clearer and specific pathway in my head about how these are all different yet interrelated. But in the circumstances that I have right now, this is what I got today. What parts of the map were most challenging? Well, I know that endocrinology is challenging to many people because of all the different hormones and organs and stuff. So, being a diabetes educator, I've heard of all these. I've seen them diagnosed, but there's a lot going on. Was there a concept that was previously difficult to understand? Well, no, I still have lots more to learn about all this stuff. That's all I can say about that. Was there a concept that you felt you understood well, but had that understanding challenged? No, I'm just of the point where the more you know, the more you know you don't know. I have a lot of work to do here to become an endocrinologist, but that's my goal. So thank you.